Yes.
Good thing your phone's not out because these things cost money.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Subscribe to Taylor's OnlyFans.
Only toes.
Only toes. Being like, I think it's going to be cold that day, so I think the Chicago Bears are going to win. You know? And then you have Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld. I'd call that an A-. She was terrific in Sinners. That's not bad.
What bourbon you got over there, Matt?
We have Copper Still. Bourbon. Straight bourbon whiskey.
The bet
from the hills of Indiana.
The bet has been paid.
The bet...
Wow, that sounded like a gong. What are we, in China?
The bet has been paid. The NBA Finals ended when? In June?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, folks. We got our bet.
Hey, preseason doesn't start till October 5th, so
if
I had a week and a half left.
If Trevor and I were bookies, we would have been breaking your legs by now.
I might have been dead.
But you know what? We're all fine. We're all fine.
I might have been dead.
We're all fine.
As you can hear, we are back. We are in the same room. We're all just absolutely thrilled to be staring at each other again. Don't you think?
Immaculate toes in my
like these?
purview. Yes.
Good thing your phone's not out because these things cost money.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Subscribe to Taylor's OnlyFans.
Only toes.
Only toes. It's only toes. It's never your full foot, right?
Nope. It's just toes.
It's just the hammer toes.
Look how hairy those things are.
You do have some Hobbit-like qualities to yourself.
It's called something. I got called out in the middle of a chiropractic class once.
That's mean.
In front of everyone. No. Having like, these things can play like 6 kick drums at once. Look how hammery they are.
Listeners, I'm basically looking at Jafar's slippers over here. Like they are flat, they are smooth, and they are hammered.
They look good though.
They look good. They look fine.
If anyone out there listening from a different country, different state, doesn't know me but wants toe picks, I'd think about it.
Do you think Hams wants that for sponsorship?
Out of the country.
I don't think so.
Do you think that's the key to unlocking sponsorship with Hams?
Ooh, if we're holding a Hams between the feet.
Get your hooves on there?
Imagine if you could. Imagine if you could.
Not with your feet, dude.
No.
It would take all 5 toes to be able to open that thing. And at that point, you might as well just slice the top off.
What do you mean? Look, they already look like bottle openers.
So that's the let's talk about it. Let's talk about your crazy ass feet.
We can. This is what happens when you don't get together for a long time, and I just hear your guys' voice over the phone.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't get together, so we don't have topics other than feet.
Start talking about freaking feet.
This is now a foot-only podcast.
Oh, man. Hey, views might go up. Speaking of views, we do appreciate everyone listening. You guys are tuning in, and you are making it seen, so we do appreciate that. We are back. Don't ask me what episode it is. It's 30-something. I think 34 maybe.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Why not?
We can just pick a different number every single time and just confuse them when they look on Spotify.
17. Episode 17 is airing right now.
Yeah,
sure,
exactly.
Let's do it.
We are back and better than ever. We are going to dive into everything football and whatever else hits the docket today. How does that sound, fellas?
Yeah, we were both just taking a drink right when you asked that question.
All right.
So
that's not getting
absolutely.
edited.
Absolutely. That's fine.
I love it.
That's fine.
I love it. What are we diving into? Let's talk about it.
How about some NFL records?
Hit me. You're the NFL. You're the stat guy. My dad did call you out with being the stat guy, and you didn't know a stat, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, it's just okay to come into a conversation with an educated guess and actually knowing and researching things, you know, instead of just being like, I think it's going to be cold that day, so I think the Chicago Bears are going to win. You know, like, no offense.
To call me out.
No offense to Trevor and your dad, who is basically just the older version of Trevor.
Yeah.
Like, I do try to put like more than just feeling and gut reaction and hatred for certain teams, you know.
He was on the last pod. If you haven't listened to the Survive This series, that's a fun series. You have to go back and listen to those. So
he back talked to me like right off the bat.
Yeah, he did. He was giving me some
I was like,
lip.
Trevor doesn't do this.
He just
sits there quietly and calmly and respects me.
It's internal.
Yeah, internal.
It's in my head.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's a lot of shouting when we get off the mics.
Yeah. That's all there
Trevor's
is.
the diva of the group.
We have to leave immediately from all these fights we have.
So how about some NFL records? Back to that.
Love it.
I don't know if you guys ever... I'm a Bill Simmons guy. I know this is going to be a little detour, but just hear me out.
Bill Simmons. He ESPN
Bill Simmons.
analyst?
Well, he used to be. Now he runs a Ringer. So he wrote the book of basketball a very long time ago, and one of the chapters was dedicated to the NBA records that will never be broken in his lifetime.
Okay.
The ones that he will never, ever think will ever get broken again.
Did LeBron just break one?
I was just going to ask that. The point record.
No, actually, it was not the point. The point record is not on there, actually.
Okay.
Because he's realistic that point scoring was going higher and higher. And
sure,
if somebody has longevity and advances in medicine and all that kind of stuff, it's probably going to be helpful. But the one record that I think is broken from his list, it's the Warriors winning 72 games. That's the only one that he thought was never going to get broken, was the total wins. So I was thinking about it, of like, the NFL's got to have some pretty gnarly, like, just single game records. Like, obviously, there's a lot of stuff throughout the whole season, and there's a couple of these that are like throughout the whole season and spanning multiple seasons, actually. But I just think in general, there's some pretty cool ones. Like Derrick Thomas, who was an edge rusher, a defensive end, as they used to be called for the Chiefs. He had 7 sacks in one game. 7 sacks.
That's unreal.
That's crazy.
You have dudes that don't have 7 sacks in a season.
A lot of them.
And now, almost 20 years ago, Osi Umenyiora is the last person to get close, and that was with 6 sacks.
I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that name.
I got you. Don't worry. Osi Umenyiora, love that name.
Good work.
Do you think anyone?
Is he the only one with 6?
No. I think there's. I think there's somebody with like 5.5, and like there's some other people. But
okay.
Do you think this will ever get done?
Yes, Michael Parsons when he plays Dallas.
It's happening this Sunday.
It's happening this Sunday.
So Taylor is predicting. You're predicting he's going to break it or match it.
Match it. 7.
He's going to have 7 sacks.
7
this week. Okay.
Unless they're beating him so bad and they pull him with 5.
That's true.
The thing is, at some point, you let someone else sack you. You block him with all of your guys.
You would
throw
think
everyone at him and then let someone else get you.
No, Matt. It sounds like one of those stats. Honestly, that would be very, very hard to break. 7 in one game.
7 in one game.
How bad was that offensive lineman?
Oh, he just wrecked him.
Did he retire afterwards?
No, he didn't. If you guys ever want to see like some cool highlights, like Derrick Thomas, so he's like a legend for the Chiefs, but outside of like the Chiefs realm of things, like not really the most talked about. He's a Hall of Famer. I should also say that. But like, watch some of his like career highlights, and it will look like Dwight Freeney, Micah Parsons, Terrell Suggs. Like, he was onto it way before all those other guys were onto it. He was an incredible edge rusher, but he played at the same time LT was. So like LT got all the shine and like that kind of stuff. So, Trevor, you think it'll ever get broken?
We won't see it.
We won't see it.
No, we won't see
Our
it.
grandkids might see it someday when the robots are playing.
Yeah. I don't know how you get 7. That's it.
You never know. The way some of these 14-year-olds are playing youth football now, looking like 6'4", about 250. Yeah, who knows?
To actually beat it and get 8 sacks, like
8 sacks.
You have to be winning the game by too much. The person's not even going to be in anymore.
No, I think there's way too much caution around these guys now, and they're not looking at it from a you could break this record, so we're gonna let you run free.
Yeah,
because like God forbid you're at like 5 sacks and you're still out there and you're up by like 30 points or something like that.
True.
And that person gets hurt.
Or you're like 4 yards from a rushing record.
Yeah, right. Or you're Adrian Peterson. Whatever. But that one I think is pretty tough. This one I think has serious potential. The Tampa Bay Bucs lost 26 straight games from 1976 to 1977.
That's a lot.
That's a ton of games.
However,
how many games were in a season back then? 14? It was less, wasn't it?
It was. I think it was a little
Maybe
bit less. It was basically losing a season and a half.
Gotcha.
But the Jacksonville Jaguars got very close just 5 years ago when they lost 20 games in a row.
I did not realize it was that long.
And Cleveland, when they had that really bad stretch with, one right before Baker got there.
Yeah, what bad stretch?
They didn't hit 20 though, did they?
So they did not.
Yeah,
they did
like
not
18
because
or something,
because they had a very early win in Baker's tenure there. So they went defeated the year before Baker. So they lost 16 games, and then like the next year they won like 2 games for the whole year, and they won like in like week 3 or something like that, or like week 1 something. I think there's a chance for this.
Yeah,
I think there's a real chance that you could see a franchise absolutely bottoming out.
Who's it going to be?
I mean, I hate Miami,
The Dolphins.
So.
I was just.
But
how much we rag on the Dolphins?
But like the Dolphins, like you have to look at their cap space as well. So they're completely beholden to Tua as their quarterback. They cannot release him. The dead cap money will sink them unbelievably. They have little to no offensive firepower, and Tyreek wants to leave. You're not going to be able to shed that very well because you have no leverage in it. You're not going to be able to pay people like Achane. You're stuck with Waddle. You have no offensive line, and you have to trade your defensive players away because that's the only way that you can find a little bit of savings.
Mm-hmm.
Their cap does not open up for like 4 more years.
So you're saying 4 times 16.
There's a real possibility.
They're going to have bad years, but they're not going to have no wins with that team.
You wouldn't think so. You wouldn't think so.
There's no way. There's too many bad teams still around right now.
Are they defeated this year?
They're defeated so far.
Okay, and they're playing the Jets this week.
They're playing the Jets this week.
By the time you hear this, they would be the Jets game's going to be done.
But even I don't think they're going to go 0-6, 0-17.
No, it's hard these days. It's hard.
I just think there's potential.
There could be.
I think there's potential for some of these teams to like, especially the ones that go all in crazy, and then they have one bad injury to the star, and then you're pretty much sunk.
I don't think it'll be soon, but yeah, we could see that.
I'm going to say next 10 years.
1% chance for the Derrick Thomas one. I'm going to say 20% chance. 30% chance for the Tampa Bay record to be beaten. You think there's higher?
There might even be higher than that.
That's tough.
I'll give it a 40%.
I think there's potential. Watching the Titans play gives me hope. How about Flipper Anderson?
Great name.
336 yards in one game. He had 15 catches against the Saints when he was playing for the Rams. This is an 89.
It's doable, but some crazy thing has to happen for this to be broken.
It's like you said about the Derrick Thomas thing. So
there's no way
your team has to be. It has to be a competitive game.
With this one, it has to be a competitive game, and I feel like it would happen really early or something. Like you get off to a good start, and the other team starts bouncing back.
You would have to have 3 or 4 catches for like 77 plus yards right away,
or you need the other team to score because otherwise you're done passing.
Yes. So it needs to be. You remember like a few years ago when it was Rams versus Chiefs on that Monday night game, and the score was like 52-48, something like that. It was an amazing Monday night game where Jared Goff actually beat Patrick Mahomes, which I don't think you'll ever have to say again. But but like that game was so crazy competitive, and all it was offenses going back and forth. You have to have that in this. You have to have that, and there's potential. There's some serious potential. Like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or like some of these guys. I would have said Brian Thomas before this year, but Brian Thomas is getting dogged by every Jags fan that's out there. Like I do feel like there's a lot of guys that would have this potential if everything is funneling through them and they play the crap defense. There's a chance. 15 catches, 336 yards.
I don't know, but I think you almost need some like gunslinging quarterback.
Oh yeah.
And then you need a guy that's just super fast.
So last like crazy record that I think out of all of these probably has the most potential to be broken.
Before you get into that, I do want to mention something back on the last record we talked about. So think about Randy Moss's game back in the day. 3 catches for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns.
But they were smoking.
They were, but like those were bombs.
But you got someone who scores back against you.
And you have to do that how many times? That was only 163 yards.
Well, what you need is you need to have really crappy field position. You need to just have some guy that's way too fast for any corner to guard.
Let's just say it's a crazy stat. 300 and some yards in one game receiving. That's crazy. Sorry, Matt.
No. Let's do some math here. Okay. Flipper Anderson had 15 catches that game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to say it. They're not going to do it in 15 maybe.
Okay. That's 22 yards per catch.
That's wild.
That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do. Yep.
I think it's more likely if you get like...
That's all you got to do. Okay.
A few more catches in there.
All right.
What are the chances you're running around and making a catch in the NFL?
Personally?
Yeah.
No, fuck no. I can't.
Hey, if you're a QB...
Sorry, earmuffs, kids, but that F word just slipped.
We need a QB that throws 45 times and all of them are targeted.
Great. Joe Flacco does that. He's thrown like 110 times this year.
Sam Howell?
Games. Stop.
But he needs to pick one target.
Did you hear what he said to me?
Sam Howell.
That's so disrespectful.
What do we got next?
I probably could have put Sam Howell's most sacks in a season. LaDainian Tomlinson had 31 touchdowns in 2006. Legendary year, had him on my fantasy team.
That's wild.
The best of times. Now, Shaun Alexander had 28 in 2005, also on my fantasy team at that point, which Shaun Alexander will be coming up later in the podcast. I know that's surprising, 2 Shaun Alexander references, but it is extremely important that you stay until the end to listen. I think this one's got a 75% chance of happening.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years. I'll even put it in the next 5
years. I don't think it'll be 5 years.
Just think about like Jahmyr Gibbs. Think about these pass catching backs. LaDainian Tomlinson had 6 receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, I never thought about that. The ones who catch it out of the backfield.
Yeah, I agree it'll be broken, but I don't think in 5 years.
Like I feel like there's a really good chance of just somebody going absolutely crazy. Saquon had an insane year last year. Now, unfortunately, he had a lot of touchdowns, but he didn't have like
he was mid-20s, wasn't he?
He was,
but
low
20s.
He had a lot more yards, and then Philly was up by so much. And again, that's all that factors into all of this. Is they're way more hesitant about all this shit. And also, the Chargers were running it up when they were playing because their team was not that good. Same with the
had it
Seahawks.
For all of his injuries, Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey got very close right when he joined the 49ers. I had him on fantasy in that year as well.
If he could have stayed healthy,
what's with you pulling all these fantasy guys?
Maybe I'm just a savant or something.
For running backs.
I'm just a savant. My gosh.
We gotta see how many people listen to your 10 Commandments. Those are some.
They should listen.
Those are some big records. The running back one makes sense. The wideout one, man, yeah, it would have to be a freak game. The sack one, very, very small chance. That's one of those that are just like I don't know about that.
Jamar Chase, 8 receptions, 170 yards at half. Huh?
Oh, maybe.
You see it?
Pulling him.
Sure. Huh?
Are they winning?
Oh, no. They're losing at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, no, actually,
the Bengals with Joe Burrow back are the only hope for this record.
No, actually, the Bengals are down by 3 touchdowns, if you can believe it, to the Raiders.
Oh, my gosh.
There's a chance. Some records could be broken soon.
Those are some good things to think about it. Let's jump into the top 5 storylines so far through 3 weeks. Week 4 is coming up this week when we're recording. By the time this is out, week 4 will be done. What do we got, Matt?
I don't know about you guys. Does there feel like a clear favorite?
Right now?
Does it feel like a team that you would throw all your money behind and say, just one, this team is going to win the conference? Like, don't even think about Super Bowl, but like, this team is absolutely going to win the conference.
After what I watched last week, no.
No, probably not.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like last year, I think we all kind of universally agreed that Philly was going to probably be the team that comes out of the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, they were already rocking and rolling. The Chiefs looked pretty good. Like, it's even like Baltimore, Buffalo, Detroit. Like, you kind of had like those 5 teams where you're like, it's going to be an absolute race to see who's going to go to the Super Bowl from those teams. Buffalo and Philly this year, they're 3-0. Do you feel good about that 3-0?
I think they're really strong teams, but there's strong teams to compete with them too.
They are.
But I mean, it's the same thing you just mentioned though. Like, who's going to beat? It's the Ravens and the Bills, unless they do their same thing in the playoffs. They always do, but like.
Well, right. But like right now, Baltimore's 1-2, and they lost that game against Detroit, and Detroit was definitely the better team.
Well, right, but on their side of the conference, they're not.
I know, but also they lost that heartbreaker against the Bills. They gave up the lead in the very end when I was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, guys.
The first Monday Night Football game.
the first game of the first week of the season, and Buffalo won that game. But there's a lot of times where I was like, oh my God, Buffalo might be not good.
I think these top teams right now. It is only week 3 going on week 4. Like, there's a lot of things they're still trying to figure out.
Well, I think they've also played. Top teams played each other too.
Yeah, but there's been good matchups so far.
Yeah.
And good matchups early in the year, you're always going to have those teams still trying to short things up and things, I think.
I know. It felt like, and maybe this is because I've gotten used to this in the NFL seasons of very recent because of the Chiefs' dominance and like some of these NFC teams. Like, usually there's just a team where you're like, absolutely going to be a contender.
Well, there's no last year Philadelphia where you're going to have like these guys are winning the Super Bowl.
No.
But I do think the teams we just listed they're your contenders that you're seeing come up. It's
I know. They just
Philadelphia, Buffalo, Baltimore, and honestly, those are the only three I'm going to mention for now because
You don't want to throw
Detroit's
Green Bay in there?
Detroit's looking like they're bouncing back, but Detroit made me nervous for a little while there.
Well,
And their defenses.
even think about the Green Bay Packers.
They're looking good, but
Laid an absolute egg
Cleveland,
against the Browns.
But right,
ruined
but
them
a
already.
contending team is not going to lose a game like that.
No.
Like you
Well, shouldn't.
Like you wouldn't imagine that. That wouldn't be the thing that you do. And it shows some of the flaws in like Green Bay's just very inconsistent. Where they rise to the occasion against Detroit because obviously they want some revenge against Detroit. They are I guarantee you it will be a
I
blowout.
think it's an
against
NFC North
Dallas.
thing.
You think it's an NFC North thing?
The Vikings do it all the time. We're a playoff team that could probably go
We're
far,
not.
and we lose to
All
someone
right.
super.
We are not bringing the Minnesota Vikings into this discussion about contenders
Well,
and
you don't think they're a contender
because
this year.
they are schizophrenic and they're in Dublin, Ireland right now.
The
okay?
Vikings put up 48 points with the defense doing all their scoring, and these two are talking about Vikings.
I'm not trying to
being
make them a contender. I
contenders.
was saying previous
Carson
years.
Wentz is starting for our football team right now. Stop it.
This was a previous
Stop it.
year thing.
But how about this? How about we talk about some fringe contenders that I think might cause some chaos, and they both are on the AFC side of things.
Let's hear it.
The Colts and the Chargers.
Danny Dimes.
They're both 3-0.
Hope the Colts can continue.
You hope the Colts can continue. Why do you hope the Colts can continue?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Daniel
I would agree
Jones,
with you.
Fun. It's just fun.
I would agree with you, Trevor. Why
Here's-
not?
Here's some fun stats for the Colts. 418 yards per game. That's second in the NFL. 153 yards
Per game?
rushing per game. Yes.
Oh.
That's third. 265 yards passing per game. That's fourth. 34 points per game. That's tied for second. Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor look completely revitalized.
Yeah.
From what they were. I don't know if you guys watched a lot of Colts football last year. Nobody did.
No.
But that team looked like, one, I can't believe the head coach didn't get fired.
True.
That Steichen is still there is incredible. He has been there for multiple years.
Can't believe they still have their backup quarterback for him taking himself out of games.
Yes,
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson is still there, and they
Wow.
signed Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones won the job outright, and they look like geniuses, except for Anthony Richardson is still on your team, and you wasted a top 10 pick on him. Like, this team looks completely different than what it has the past couple of years, because they have been stuck in no man's land since Andrew Luck surprised retirement. They've had Phillip Rivers come through. They have had Gardner Minshew come through. They had Matt Ryan come through. They've had a lot of guys come through that building.
Matt Ryan came through Indiana.
Matt Ryan was there, baby.
Wow.
I know. You don't even remember it. Now.
Well, that's the.
Now.
We came back. big
So
time.
so
Matt
far
Ryan.
though, they've only played really
I
one
remember it.
team,
Right.
which is Denver.
So Miami, Denver, and Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Miami and Tennessee might be the top 3 of picks in the NFL draft.
Yep.
They
As the worst
they might be
teams
the worst
this year.
of the worst.
Yep.
Yeah.
So listen, it could be an overreaction, but they are just beating people's asses.
Yeah. They're scoring
are.
almost 40 points every game.
I shared this on the Survive This pod,
Mm-hmm.
but Jonathan Taylor has more rushing yards currently than every other NFL team. Not player,
That's a wild stat.
team. He has more rushing yards.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's how crazy it has been to start their season.
But I don't know if you're overreacting because if you look after their bye, they play KC. Okay, KC's in shambles. Houston twice. We've talked about Houston a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have Jacksonville, Seattle, and San Fran. All teams besides really Seattle that we've been on the downward trend towards. So
Yeah, but that's contender for title in the division, sure, but
yes,
are they going to go anywhere later?
I'm just talking title in the division.
But could they be a 3 seed?
Sure, but
So you want to put Buffalo,
they're a
Baltimore
3
up there,
seed
whatever.
that could be upsetted easily. I'm not
Right.
saying that it's going to be easily, but
they could be the high division seed that you want to play
yeah, exactly.
in that first round of the playoffs.
Right.
Or they could cause chaos.
Or yeah, they could be the Washington Commanders.
Or they could be the Washington Commanders. And then all of a sudden you're like, damn, is that Daniel Jones in the conference finals?
They can easily
God.
go. They can
What
easily go
happened?
5-2 after their bye. Easily.
Like there's just a lot to consider with
Yeah.
them. And I think when they play the Rams this week, it'll be a great test of what this team is made of.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? This is what happens when you go to Minnesota for 6 weeks. Kevin O'Connell gets a hold of you and he makes you a new quarterback.
Turns you
whispers
around and
to
then
you
he
and
ships you off.
you go somewhere else
That's
and
it.
do great.
But now to the Chargers, who I think my colleague Trevor over here has referenced him as being boring. Is that
boring.
the correct word to use?
Yes, every year they just play just good enough to win and nothing.
They do. 362 yards passing per game, which is, or 362 yards per game, which is sixth. 270 yards passing per game, which is second. 92 rushing yards per game, which is ninth worst, actually.
Ugh.
They've only played division games, so they're 3-0 in their
who
division.
Have they played so far this year too?
Only division games. So
it
Raiders,
could be-
Chiefs, Broncos.
Which is not anything to feel too
But
excited
but
yet,
you might as well throw all your money behind them to win their division because
because they're a good start. There.
they're 3-0, and the worst they can go is 3-3 in their division. And
Yeah.
honestly, they might still have a chance at it when it's all said and done.
And they're a team that I would not really want to play when I hit the
No,
playoffs
because if-
I don't know what to expect.
If Justin Herbert's going to be a fringe MVP guy,
yeah.
and he's finally going to reach his potential, and all the ifs, ands, and buts people
Oh, we've been saying that every year.
shut their mouths.
This is his third year there?
Oh no, he's been there for a while.
Herbert?
Yeah, he's on a second contract with them.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's been there for a
I
little
always
while.
I think I've said that on past pods. I thought
Dating
he was
Madison
younger.
Beer.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, how do you feel about that?
Who? What?
Madison Beer.
Yeah, good for him.
You know?
Yes,
who
I
that
do
is?
know who Madison Beer is. That's who Justin Herbert's dating. Is that what you're trying to say?
You know, it's kind of like the B-. Like Josh Allen. This is good that we're talking about this.
I love this.
What is
It's good. It's good that I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
So like you
Where are
have
these grades
you
going?
have Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I think that's kind of a universal A+, right?
Oh, you're talking about NFL relationships.
I am.
Yeah,
I am.
that's it.
I'm just saying like the pop star, like who you're dating.
That's
like,
an
that
A+.
kind of thing.
Yes.
That's an A+. And then you have Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld. I'd call that an A-. She was terrific in Sinners.
Okay. Never seen it, but okay.
of all the ones that go for
Yeah.
it.
It's not surprising.
That's the
It's a big
direction
movie.
it is.
I know you dorks haven't seen it, but
No.
millions of others have.
Our cinema knowledge isn't as polished as yours,
And then
or
you have-
unpolished, I
Then
would
you
say.
have Justin Herbert and Madison Beer. It's like a C+.
C is still passing.
Oh, absolutely. Why do you think I'm sitting here today? Are you kidding me? I just think it's a
Same.
little bit of a C+. But we're digressing here. We're not that doesn't have anything to do with their championship odds.
Clearly not.
It doesn't have anything to do
Maybe
with
it's
the
very
championship
distracting.
It
We never
hasn't.
know.
It hasn't playing well.
You know what that reminds me of is Moneyball.
Ooh.
Remember in Moneyball when they're like the prospect has an ugly girlfriend?
Yeah.
Means he has no confidence.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's got a hot girlfriend. What does that mean?
Confidence up the wazoo.
Confidence. He's going to win MVP. Madison Beer's going to be on his arm. It's all
Unless
great.
she leaves him in the middle of the season, then he's doomed.
I want to know what the odds are on that. Put $5 on it.
Don't put that evil on him, Ricky Bobby. Now, Najee Harris exploded his leg in that game.
Yeah, Gonzo.
He's gone. But Omarion Hampton, he might get that possible offensive rookie of the year. Look, I said this is a Jim Harbaugh team that doesn't run the ball well. That's shocking to me. That is like the complete opposite of what Jim Harbaugh has always been about, and I'm very surprised by it. But now that Harris is out of the way, it's Hampton's backfield. Maybe we see a little bit of an uptick on this. Maybe we see a little bit more. He gets fed a little bit more. I don't know. I like this Chargers team. I think they're frisky. But you know what never escapes my mind when I think about Justin Herbert is when they played the
Madison
Jaguars.
Beer.
No. Well, now, yes, but no. When Justin Herbert and the Chargers blew a massive lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence in the playoffs a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't forget that. I know you guys were not tuning into that incredible matchup. It's okay. It was only on you had to go to like a place to watch it. It was like only on in Hy-Vees.
And he went.
Yeah, and
Hy-Vee Market.
I went and watched it.
Love it.
But
What a burger.
just in general, I just think this team might have some potential, especially with their defense. I think their defense is a little bit better than what the Colts have. If they're the 4 seed and they end up playing like the Chiefs, who would be like a 5th seed, I think they would look at that matchup like, hell yeah, let's do it.
I think so as well. But then the next step, I don't know if they're as happy when
Right. How are
come
they
into
going to
the
how
next
are
game.
the Chargers going to travel to Baltimore and to Buffalo?
Yeah,
That's what they have
I-
to get past.
can't imagine.
They don't have to for a while, though.
They don't. And I guess we'll see how that plays out, but I think there's some fun AFC contenders.
Giants, Commanders, Dolphins, Colts are their next 4 games.
Easy
That-
wins,
Yeah,
you would think.
Not against the Commanders, but that's okay. We won't get there. We won't dive into that. But yes,
All right.
easy-ish wins.
All right.
And the Vikings. Keep going, Matt. What do we got? What's our next storyline that's hitting the press?
I'm sick and tired of talking about the AFC. I don't even give a crap about the AFC.
Yeah, let's bring it to the conference we're a part of.
Let's get to the thing that makes your heart beat.
Dum 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 dum.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah, we talked about Baker the other night.
Damn. The kids love Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield.
He's got that dog in him. He's edgy.
DAWG dog.
Ooh, 2 G's.
Mm-hmm. He's got a big set of nuts that he swings around, and he does game-winning drives. 3 wins, 3 game-winning drives.
Mm-hmm.
Is it sustainable? Can you believe in the magic?
Yeah.
You believe in the magic?
I don't think they're going to keep doing game-winning drives, but I think they can win some games. I think they could pull ahead and not actually have to do a game-winning drive.
They're ugly as hell.
Yeah, that's...
those wins are gutted out, man.
But those are the scary teams. Those are the teams you don't want to play.
Exactly.
You don't know what you're getting.
Those are the Chiefs of last year, the Vikings of a few years ago. Like those teams where you're just like, you got to be freaking kidding me. They won again?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the Bucs.
You want to lead going
into
into. You want to lead going into the fourth. At least a decent sized lead with those guys.
Now, I believe in Baker. Baker's supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Baker should be considered an all-pro.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Like, it's great. However, Mike Evans is out for a month at a minimum.
I was going to say, keep rattling off those names.
Chris Godwin is not back yet. Tristan Wirfs, who is probably, if not the best tackle, not named Penny Sewell. Like, he's not back. He's practicing. I saw he's practicing this week, so maybe there's a chance in the next couple of weeks he comes back. But there's already a lot of injuries on the offense. Now, Emeka Egbuka has been incredible as a rookie wide receiver. He looks great. However, did he look great because Mike Evans is out there? Is he going to look great when he's finally got the safety shadowing him over top?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing to ask yourself.
Well, that's why they brought Tom Brady there, to leave some of that luck of like all new receivers are great now.
Oh, Satan. Yeah, the deal that Tom Brady made with Satan. It is alive and well in Tampa. Well, good for him, man.
Exactly.
Eagles, Seahawks, 49ers, Lions are their next 4 games. They
got a tough stretch.
Those are tough games, and then they get a break with the Saints and the Patriots. But that's a tough stretch.
You go 4-2, 5-1. You're feeling pretty good in that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're feeling pretty good.
Oh yeah.
You know, Bucky Irving, my boy, he's on pace for 317 carries and 986 rushing yards.
Let's go.
I love my guy.
Do you have him on your fantasy team?
Of course. That's why he's my boy.
That's why he put it in there.
But it's like, it's funny that you bring up like the whole, like, I'm a stats guy kind of thing.
You are.
If you look at Baker's stats, you should not be impressed by him. Because it's not like he's throwing for 300 yards and like has a high QBR, completion percentage, whatever. It's all vibes, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's all vibes. That's all it is with him.
He occasionally has those stat games, though.
Right. So last year, he was top 3, and I think completion percentage, passing yards, touchdowns. Like, he was an upper echelon quarterback. This year, a little bit slower, but he's just vibes,
waiting.
Man.
He's going to pull them all out in one game. He's going to have
Against
400 yards to one receiver.
That's right, baby. When Mike Evans comes back, he's going to feed him. So, but how high do you think the Bucs can get in the conference? 2, 3, 4 seed? Like, what is it going to be? We think they're going to win the division, right?
3-4, maybe.
Yeah.
They could.
I think they'll be frisky.
I think they'll win their division.
Where were they last year?
They were
3, right?
Yes.
I can see them right around that again.
Yeah. They were around that. But yeah, I just like what I'm seeing, man. And it's so funny that like the Bucs have been, if you think about it, for this century, they have been probably one of the most winningest teams in the NFC because they won the Super Bowl very early on. Yeah. They were always competitive.
That was a Tom Gruden, right? Or not? No,
John Gruden.
John Gruden, not Tom Gruden. Tom Brady. Yeah, no, keep going.
but they won that Super Bowl when Gruden was there. Yeah. They were always competitive.
Yeah, I remember watching those teams.
And then there was like a small lull. It's so funny that we started this podcast talking about them losing 26 straight games with the 70s and now to this. They had this small stretch where things had kind of gone bad. And that's when they get like Jameis. But when they got Jameis, they were competitive despite him doing a 30 for 30.
Yeah.
30 touchdowns, 30 turnovers.
Well, that year they lost all their games by one score.
Right. And
Every single game by one score.
And then they bring in Tom Brady, and they obviously had the success there. But right after Tom Brady left, like, they've kind of continued this.
Yeah.
They've always been a competitive team. Now, unfortunately, they've had the bad fortune of being in the Saints division for a long time. So while Drew Brees was there, and the Panthers were a little bit good for a little while, and it's funny enough when you think about it for this century, and maybe that's a larger picture, but all 4 of those teams in the NFC South have made the Super Bowl this century.
Yep.
The Bucs, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Falcons.
Yeah.
But the Bucs are kind of like, I don't know, I'm getting like existential about this, but like they've won a lot of games. Like they've been pretty competitive for a long time.
There's tissues right behind you.
I'm not. Well, it wouldn't be for tears, my friend.
I think it starts with one guy. It starts with the quarterback, obviously, but like he takes all the heat from because he says things that he wants to say. He doesn't really hold back.
No,
he's not the nicest to the media. If they ask him a dumb question, he's not going to answer it. But I think the guys in the locker room, they see that and they're like, well, okay, he's taking a lot of this heat. He's taking a lot of that. He's like being our shield, and let's just go out and ball for him. You know what I mean? It's that like vibes feeling. This
is the guy that when he got traded from Cleveland to Carolina was literally playing scout team defense.
Yeah.
Scout team defense. Because they did not value him as a quarterback. Gosh. Goes to LA, is immediately a legend, but they can't retain him. Goes to the Bucs, signs a 3-year, $100 million contract after a great year. You gotta love it, man. You just gotta love it.
That is crazy.
So go Bucs.
NFC West, what do we got, Matt? Is this the division to beat?
Is the NFC West this year's NFC North? So like last year, the NFC North, obviously, Lions were insane, Vikings were insane, Packers, like all 3 of those teams made the playoffs.
Yep.
Bears were a giant gaping butthole. But that's beside the point. Right now in the NFC West, and now it's hard to say because we got Seahawks, Cardinals on in the background, which is a barn burner.
Oh, yeah.
17-6 in the third quarter, baby.
Woo.
Turn me on. But is this the best division? 3-0 for San Fran. All the other teams are 2-1. Do you think they got it? Do you think they're going to take the crown of most competitive?
Not from what I'm seeing, and not from what I've heard from you about San Francisco over the last couple of weeks.
Just like San Fran.
This could be one of those divisions that we were high on, and then it's going downhill, or it's starting to trend in the backwards. They're like San Fran is like just sustaining. Yeah,
like Mac Jones actually looks okay, which is kind of a scary thing to admit out loud. And they're just holding out for when Purdy comes back. Which when he comes back, it might be a bit of an uphill battle for him. But they lose Bosa for the entire year against the Cardinals, and I think their defense is kind of suspect. Mm-hmm. Like I thought Robert Saleh was going to turn that thing completely around and be like they were a few years ago when he was the D coordinator. It's just not happening. Do you think San Fran, and again, I picked this team to win the division, easiest schedule in football, can hold on to this division?
Well, you got
Noah Ayuk still. He is not practicing.
Too many
He's
injuries.
Nowhere close.
They got too many injuries.
McCaffrey's around, but he could slip on a Lego and be out for God knows 2 months. Like they have some injury problems, but they have been able to sustain for a little while.
How long can they sustain
there?
Well,
it's week 3,
right?
They have to last what, 15 more games? No, that's too many. That's close. If they make it to the playoffs,
it's going to be an uphill battle for them.
Yeah,
and that's why I wonder if like this is going to be one of the more competitive ones. So like the Cardinals, they've beaten 2 bad teams. James Conner is out for the season. He against the 49ers. They lost by 1 point last week to the 49ers. They're not playing well tonight. I always kind of thought the Cardinals were going to be in the bottom part of this. I've never been a big Kyler guy, whatever. But maybe they can be a little frisky. I mean, they barely beat the Panthers and the Saints. Barely beat the Panthers and the Saints. That's where their 2 wins come from.
What was their defense coming into the season?
Ass.
Yeah, and they have 7 guys on the injury report.
And Marvin Harrison Jr. might be like legitimately bad. Like he might be the first Nepo baby NFL player. Like it's that bad.
All right. I don't think they can sustain it.
Now, how about the Rams? They lost a heartbreaker to the Eagles. That was a tough loss. That was a very tough loss.
I don't think they're a bad team. gonna do fine, but I don't.
Now that Stafford has an epidural in his back every 4 weeks, yeah, he's good.
He just gave birth. Be respectful,
I'm
dude.
sorry. You do you, Matthew.
But like
Stafford.
Like Puka Nacua looks great. Devontae has looked good, but now he just landed on the injury report, so I want to be a little careful. They're keeping Stafford upright. Like that offensive line looks serviceable. The defense is good. I think Jared Verse is like a defensive player of the year kind of guy. They've really got a good schedule. I know we talk about like the 49ers have had a good schedule, but after their bye week, Saints, 49ers, Seahawks twice, Bucs, Panthers, Cardinals twice, Lions, and Atlanta. You got a couple tough ones in there.
Yeah.
However,
you think San Francisco can pull out more wins than LA?
I would have thought so at the beginning of this year, but now, I'm starting to think otherwise because if you can get
think they can beat out Seattle.
Well, we haven't gotten to my beautiful Seahawks.
Back to San Francisco, they have the easiest schedule, so I think that's going to play a big role in if they can maintain what they're doing. And then if they can get healthy,
makes them one of the worst.
You're right, but also if they can maintain and get some of these players back, they're not getting Bosa back and a couple other guys, but if they can get their leader back, their quarterback, and actually continue, you never know.
And I mean, the upgrade from Mac Jones to Brock Purdy is so significant.
Oh yeah, huge.
I know people like to dog on Purdy, but that dude is actually a pretty good quarterback and deserves every dime that he got from the 49ers in the offseason. Like, I think there's something there. Now, again, I think the Rams are going to be solid. And I think that's where kind of like the NFC North like bloodshed of this kind of comes. Because those might be the hard games that all these teams are running into, is these interdivisional games.
I don't know if it'll be as much so as the NFC North. Like, they'll have plenty of struggles. Well,
right.
I shouldn't say that because, like you guys were saying, they do have easier schedules. But like,
I'm not thinking 15-2, 14-3, and 11-6 like the NFC North was last year.
Right. It's just a weird thing after last year to think of it the way
it just feels like all of them are going to be beating the ever living crap out of each other to climb on top, and then it's going to be like, oh my god, San Fran is 11-6, the Seahawks are 10-7, the Rams are 10-7, and then Arizona has only those 2 wins. I don't know.
That's fair.
You know, because they've got to be the butthole.
Yeah, they're the division they'll beat each other up the most, but they're not like these are the top teams you don't want to play in the NFL.
Right. Now, speaking of the Seahawks, I know they did Sam Howell dirty just like the Vikings did, so I don't mind talking about them, but they look okay, man. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he might have like an 80% target share for this season. Like, they might just be funneling stuff. They clearly don't like the Cooper Kupp edition. He's not really fitting into that offense very well. Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet have looked pretty good. I know Charbonnet didn't play last week, but he is playing this week. They might have something there on offense that is just okay, sustainable. Darnold is not lighting up like he did with the Vikings, but again, it's a different offense. The offense that Darnold is in is much more run-oriented. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be more run-oriented. When he was in Minnesota, it's play action, it's shotgun, it's spread, it's all that kind of stuff.
So when he does drop back to throw or do the play action stuff, if he's not turning over the ball, the Seahawks are going to be okay.
So
if he's not making dumb decisions,
he looks competent.
Yeah,
like I haven't seen him do anything terrible. Really, I haven't watched too much of Seattle.
Right.
Lately,
so they're moving him closer to game manager. Where the Vikings, the expectations was like, you're going to have to win some of these drives.
You're the guy.
You're going to have, like, that is the Kevin O'Connell offense. And that's why I think we've seen J.J. McCarthy struggle a little bit this year. It always goes back to the Vikings, doesn't it? But, like, I feel like they're managing things in a nice way. Now, mix into this that I think the Seahawks might have a top 5 defense in the NFL. Like, they've really invested in, especially through the draft, and I find them to be awesome.
As long as when they intercept it, their player doesn't force their own team to fumble.
Right.
You might not have been here when that happened.
Wow. That's just a shame.
Yeah, that's wild.
Just a shame.
It just happened earlier today.
But I just think if out of all the divisions, if there's going to be a group that is similar to the NFC North, maybe the NFC West is going to get kind of close. Maybe.
Sure.
Kind of close.
I don't think the same way, but I get what you're saying.
I kind of close. I like that.
Yeah.
But not what it was.
Okay.
That was an unreal division last year.
I guess my impassioned argument is falling on deaf ears. But that's fine. That's fine. Real quick. Last storyline.
Yeah.
And I feel like this goes into our survive this thing.
Mm-hmm.
We got to figure out who are the dumpster teams that we're always going to go after.
Yeah.
Okay?
We started out with a good list.
It's easy. There's only one that you need.
I have some candidates for you. Well, that team might have a bye week. Who are you going to pick after that? You're
Just gonna forfeit.
Forfeit?
Yeah, forfeit.
All right, here we go.
Hopefully you have your mulligan still.
I'm gonna throw a team out there and you say yay or nay.
Okay.
Okay? Jets, 0-3.
And yay means they're the worst? Or...
Yay, we are including them in the group. We're always picking against them.
No, I'm not picking
Nay.
always against the Jets.
Okay. I'm going to go nay as well. Dolphins, yay.
Yes.
Yay.
That one has to go in mandatory. Bengals, 2-1.
Nay.
Yay.
Yay.
Especially because
Yay.
Burrow's still going to be
Yay.
out for
He's still out,
quite
but
a while.
He's going to be out
Okay,
for a while.
The
okay.
Bengals are
Keep
gonna
going.
be bad.
Browns, 1-2.
No, nay.
no, nay.
That defense is legit.
They
Yeah,
came
they
out of that list.
That defense is legit. We're taking them out. Texans, 0-3.
We're going with them
Nay.
this week.
I have to pick them this week, so I got to say yay,
Yay.
or
Oh,
nay, nay,
yeah, I
nay,
was like,
nay.
what are you talking about?
Oh,
Nay.
nay. Yeah, nay, not nay.
Titans, 0-3. Yay.
Yay.
Yay, but
Pick
I'm
'em.
a little bit
Yay.
hesitant because some of those games they've pulled a little bit closer than I would like to see.
Cam Ward ain't doing shit
No,
this year.
Cam
I don't
Ward's
think
not
so
doing nothing.
either, but for whatever reason,
I like
they've
this
had
next
close
one.
games.
The Giants.
After we see what
I
Dart
still
does his
say
first
yay.
I see what Dart does his first game, and then
Yes.
yay.
Yay.
We will
even
we
need to
will
see it.
give them one more
You
week
don't
of
need to see it.
Don't need to see it.
the
Yay.
committee will reconvene and will decide after this week.
You'll
If
hear about
Jackson
that one
Dart
next
leads Meg,
Thursday.
We'll see. Cowboys 1-2.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh,
The
man.
defense is just not
Okay,
there. They don't,
yay.
have
They
the
don't got
defense.
it. CeeDee Lamb is going to be out for a while. Like they just don't
However,
have
they will put up some points. So, like, depending who they play. If they play a really bad team,
it. No,
I
they
don't
are
know.
in here or they are not in here.
Okay, yeah, it's still yay.
Yay.
for me,
Yay.
But
Bears 1-2.
Yay.
yay.
Yay. Panthers 1-2.
Yay.
Yay.
How did they put up 30 points?
I don't know. It was a Make-A-Wish game. I don't know. Falcons 1-2. I'm going to say no.
Nay.
I'm going to say nay.
Nay.
And then, of course, the beloved New Orleans Saints.
100% yay.
Yay. All right.
That's your number one go.
Falcons are one of those teams where it's just like you have no clue what they're going to do week in and week out.
So-
no clue.
So we've got
Well, we just made them look good.
Dolphins.
True.
We've got Bengals because majority.
You guys got Bengals. Oh, majority, yeah.
Majority. You have to be included in this.
I am included.
The Titans. The Giants are coming back to the committee. Excuse me.
The Giants will be back at the committee
From
on
a
next
majority
week
vote
on
there,
Tuesday.
too.
Cowboys.
Yep.
Bears.
Yep.
Panthers.
Yep.
Not Falcons and Saints.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
so
5 teams.
7 teams
Oh,
are going
that's
to be in the
7 teams.
dumpster group.
Okay.
That's quite a few.
Hey, that could get us pretty far in that pool.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, until we're wrong about it.
That's not too bad.
we get
that's not too
we
bad.
get 2 chances.
Okay. So that when we are referencing the dumpster group,
Okay.
these are the teams that we're talking
I
about.
might have to highlight that and write it down.
That's probably a good idea because I'll forget right after this.
Perfect. Yeah, same.
Awesome.
I love it. Oh man, those are some heavy storylines, and we're only in week 3?
Well, going into week
Coming
4.
on
This
week
is
4?
now, yeah.
Man, does your real quick, do your guys' mindset change on our preseason prediction about it was the Eagles and who in the Super Bowl that we had? Eagles, I had Eagles Bills.
Put me on the spot.
You
I
did not
forgot.
have Eagles Bills. You
I
had Eagles
and
Bills. We both went with the Bills.
I don't think I picked the Bills.
Did you go
'cause
Ravens?
I wanted.
I
the
think I went
Bills.
Ravens.
You went
think I
Ravens.
also went
Yeah.
Ravens, and I think I said I wanted the Bills, but I'm picking the Ravens.
Okay. Does that
But I don't know for sure.
3 weeks in? I know it's so early. It doesn't need to get that in depth. Are you still leaning that way?
I am still leaning that way.
Okay.
The Ravens are concerning, though. They
Okay.
should not have lost like that against the Lions.
I still
They
think
should
have
have
a
not
really
lost
solid
that
team.
way
They'll be
against the
fine.
Lions.
I'm leaning. I like the Bills pick a lot still. Eagles are, who knows what the Eagles are going to do the rest of the year. They're wishy-washy, in my opinion, right now, after seeing what they did last game.
We'll just have to see how the year shakes out.
It's only week 3, so, oh man, absolute wonderful stuff from the guys. 95% Matt, that's why we love them, but we are just here to chime in and get after it.
You know what? I'm just James Harden on the Rockets right
You
now.
are.
Set some goddamn screens, PJ Tucker.
All you're doing is Euro step.
airballing.
Give me the ball, Omar Asik.
You're just Euro stepping through the lane, throwing your arms around and drawing fouls like good old SGA did this
Chandler
year.
Parsons, get on the sideline. James
Oh,
Harden's got
man.
an ISO again, baby.
I absolutely enjoy this. We are coming at you with a brand new segment that we stole. Yeah, I can say steal from our friends over at PTI. Pardon the interruption. That show just got re-upped again. Did you see that?
Good for them.
Yeah, they've been in it
them.
forever.
Good for them.
I'm a fan.
Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon will die in those chairs.
Yeah,
It's
they
great.
will. Should we get American flags and wave them every time we're done?
Well, we need the Canadian flag for Tony.
Well, yeah. You're going to be the Canadian guy?
No, I wouldn't. Ever.
No, you want to do the maple syrup thing?
No, thank you.
So we're going to get into a little...
That doesn't make me anti-Canadian. So don't, our Canadian audience, I don't want to isolate them.
There are a couple up there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I can see where
They have
we're
internet
listened
up
to.
there?
Yeah, I think so.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Good for them. Hey, congrats, guys.
We're going to get into a segment called Buy or Sell. We got a list of some things we're going to go through. We're going to hit it real quick with whether or not we are buying that program or object or team or whatever it is that Matt has queued up for us, or are we selling it and getting rid of it? So take it away, Matt. What is our first buy or sell segment? What are we starting with?
Clemson football and Dabo Sweeney. How are we feeling about it? Buy or sell?
Absolutely sell that with all your might.
I was also going to go say.
They
Maybe not that strong.
are struggling, and everyone was like, oh, yeah, they're going to be national championships. They're a mess. They're an absolute mess. Go Tennessee. We're not getting into them, but sell.
Really thought Klubnik was going to be a lot different.
Yeah.
He's really underwhelming.
Not good.
And Dabu is like a booger picker.
He's not going to get ousted before the end of the year, but I can see Clemson and the boosters buying him out.
Could you imagine
at the end of the year?
Does anyone been a more Texas A&M coach than Dabo Sweeney? Like, my God, he's got to go there. He's got to go there next. All right. Buy or sell 14 children for Sean Alexander. I told you he was going to be back, folks.
My goodness.
I don't know
sell
what it
that.
means if I buy or
No,
sell
here's the
this.
thing. You're not buying his kids or selling his kids. All right?
I get that.
First
but
of all,
what does it mean?
it is just a moral obligation to cut yourself off.
I'm selling that.
Okay, I see what you're
Sell
saying.
it. You have 14 children. That's selfish. You really believe that you should have your genetics out there 14 times?
That came across my desk from Matt today. It came across both of our desks, and I looked at that and I'm like, this is not Philip Rivers.
It's disrespectful.
What's going on
Rivers
here?
has
It's
not been
disrespectful.
keeping up.
Philip Rivers has
It's
10
slacking.
because he has respect. He
That's
ended
right.
it at 10.
Here's the thing. Honestly, have respect for your spouse, okay?
Yeah.
Sean Alexander's not carrying 14 kids.
Sell.
Sell. You going to have 14 kids?
No, I already said so.
Yeah, exactly. A beef and broccoli slaw with sriracha?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
I ended
like
that with a question mark. Is like, yeah,
Oh.
man. Have you never heard of this?
No. Whatever. So Danielle, the wife, she's actually sitting right behind me right now.
The wife.
Yep.
Brag.
She started doing, she started doing something called Green Chef or Green Box. I can't remember what it was. And there was this one dish that I had last week, I think it was, and it was absolutely amazing. She just made a whole new batch. Absolutely buying that with all my money.
Wow.
Bitcoin, Dogecoin, cash
your money
coins,
is.
pennies.
Haktua coin. I'm still
Was that
holding on.
actually what it was called?
I'm still holding on to
Yeah.
it. So
She created her own coin.
But it was
spit on
called
that thing.
Haktua coin.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm not a moron. I didn't get scammed.
I am buying that.
Here's one for you. It's not sports related,
I love it.
and I wish I had a little more time to go out a rant, but I'll try to keep it close. The French crop haircut. You guys familiar with this?
You have time to go on a rant. I need some details.
Great. If you watch like any YouTube, and again, I watch a lot of YouTube golf, so like every single golfer on there looks exactly the fucking same.
Dude, they
Exactly
do.
the same.
They do.
They
It's
have
crazy.
They have insane teeth. They have clearly made enough money to get all of their teeth replaced.
Veneers, yep.
They have ridiculous tans because they all live in Florida, and when they take their hats off, all of their hair looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
It is this pushed to the front. This is very detailed. It's this push to the front thing that like completely covers your hairline. It's like a fade taper, like kind of thing, and like everything is pushed to the front, and every single Zoomer looks like that, and it is the worst haircut I have ever seen. And look, nobody else is going to get as passionate about this, but seriously, every child looks the same to me now. Every kid, every teenager looks exactly the same.
I can't
They
really
either have
picture
that
this haircut,
they
but I'm
either
gonna
have
sell it just based on your passion.
they have
here.
either that dumbass haircut or whatever Patrick Mahomes is rocking. Like the curly
the
fade
curly, like curly
and, like,
perm kind
yeah,
of
they
thing.
look like
True,
a
yeah,
golden
they do have
doodle.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like a golden doodle on top of his head. My brother's got a golden doodle. And I look at its head. I'm like, that's Patrick Mahomes.
I'm
right
selling.
there.
I'm selling
Just
that.
you guys look it up and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm
You're
not
like,
gonna-
oh,
I mean, I'll
that
just believe you and sell it
actually.
right now.
You know what? Have you ever seen the Shelbys, the Netflix show, the Irish
Peaky
gangsters?
Blinders?
Yeah, Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
They all have that haircut.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Yes, sell. Okay,
Sell. They look good in it, but sell.
easy buy. Christmas tree jerseys are back
Oh.
for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I might
That's a
get.
buy.
I
Like,
might get
buy
another
it.
jersey.
We're so back.
We
Yes.
are back,
We're
and
so
the court,
back.
not just the jersey. The
And
court's
the court.
back too.
Absolutely.
Oh man,
Awesome. 54% of Americans are drinking.
Good
It's
for
the
them.
lowest ever.
oh it is.
Oh,
See,
lowest
Trevor
ever.
and I looked at this, and we
Yeah,
didn't have
I
any
was like,
context. We were just like, "What?"
Got to keep you on your toes. Lowest ever. Buy or sell that.
Buy.
You have to buy or sell.
Buy. I don't know.
Great.
What is that?
I love it.
Great.
Buy.
What does
I'm
that
selling.
mean?
I'm selling. More people should be drinking. We support hams.
I
He's buying it
appreciate
to
those
get more drinks.
52%
Yeah.
people.
He wants more
Hams.
drinks.
I support you. These two do not
And big
support you.
doinks.
Send
Don't
me
forget
stuff.
about big doinks.
Oh, big doinks! Shout out to big doinks.
Big doinks.
Yep. And then last one: video games that you can download onto your system that cost the same full price as purchasing the disc.
Buy.
Sell.
Sell.
If I can
Sell.
buy a downloadable one and don't have to go get a disc.
You're paying
You're
$70
gonna pay the same price
for something
Well, I
that you
don't want to
download.
pay the same price, but they're going to do it anyways.
Sell.
Why do I want to go get a disc? I don't
Sell.
need to leave.
No, that's what I mean. You don't
Sell.
need to, like, yeah, they should not be the same price.
He's upset me. Sell.
Matt just turned away from Trevor.
I'm not looking.
Disc
at
is irrelevant to
his-
anything.
his-
The disc is relevant. You need
It's
something to
not.
put
His
in it. You pay for the
microphone
packaging.
is still in front of his mouth. He
Why am I
probably
paying
should.
$75 fucking dollars for
so
something
the
if
other
I
one
get
you'll
no
pay
packaging?
for $76.
Oh,
for
and guess
packaging.
what? You have a 2 terabyte fucking download every couple weeks. Great.
This is awesome. I really hope you made it to the end of that one, guys. We really do appreciate it. We're back with a long form podcast. We are going to keep coming at you every single week with the Survive This series. And football season is well underway. 3 weeks in. Basketball season, 2.5 weeks away, fellas. Get excited.
Close.
Get
Amen.
excited. Next one, potentially NBA preview. Well, it has to kind of be an NBA preview.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then we'll just keep going back and forth with the 2 sports. Guess what else starts? Hockey and also the Ryder Cup.
Badminton.
By the time this comes out, you guys are going to know that the USA won the Ryder Cup because they're going to win this weekend. Really do appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. You can find us on all of your podcast platforms. We're back. See you guys. Peace.